Assalamualaikum. Today I want to talk about assignment Industrial Engineering BMII 1212. So my name is Nur Suhadawati Rosli and my group member is Muhammad Amirul Mukmin bin Muhammad Izam and Muhammad Aiman bin Darus. So today I want to talk about industrial engineering. So what is definition of industrial engineering? So the meaning of industrial engineering is discipline concerned with the design, improvement and installation of integrated system of people, material, information, equipment and energy. So industrial engineering also study how the system currently work to find the best way to make it faster, smoother and cheaper and more productive, and finding the most efficient way to do something by reducing waste, saving time and improving flow. What do industrial engineering do? So the responsible of industrial engineering is improve process in manufacturing, logistics and healthcare. So and other than that, IE also do increase productivity while reducing waste. And the third one is IE also do design efficient system for factories, warehouse and service operation. And IE also optimize supply chain and workflow. Okay, so industrial engineering work. So IE also can be applied in many industries such as manufacturing, logistics and transportation, healthcare, technology company, retail and e-consumer, energy and utilities, and government and defense. So common job title for IE is IE, Industrial Engineering, Process Engineer, Operation Analytics, and Supply Chain Manager, Quality Engineer, Manufacturing Engineer, and so on. So the comparable to other engineering fields such as civil. Civil engineering design physical structure such as building, bridge, and transportation system. But IE design operational infrastructure like factory layout, supply chain network, and distribution system and workflow structure. So the comparable mechanical engineering to industrial engineering is mechanical engineering focus on machine, thermodynamic and mechanical system, while mechanical engineer optimize machine performance. So such as machine in mechanical engineering, you can have lathe machine and CNC machine. So for industrial engineering focus on interaction of machine, people and process, and optimize entire production system including cycle time, workflow and resource usage. Electrical engineering to IE. Electrical is design and control electrical circuit, automation and instrumentation. So to IE integrate this automated system into manufacturing operation, ensuring smooth synchronized system performance. IE also use control theory, sensor, robotic data system to enhance productivity and reliability. So the last comparable to other engineering field is chemical engineering. So chemical engineering design chemical process reactor and production system. So IE improve overall manufacturing efficiency, material flow, quality control, and loss effectiveness in chemical plant. IE techniques support lean manufacturing, safety engineering, and optimized process.
We're gonna talk about similarities between all engineerings. We can say mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, industrial engineering also. Despite all of these names, they have a lot of similarities. For example, firstly, they use mathematics, physics, and science. Okay, tell me which engineering don't use these three elements? Nobody can tell me, right? Okay, of course, because all engineering disciplines depends on these three elements to design, to analyze their system and their structure. They make sure the project or whatever they are doing can be done. Secondly, problem solving and critical thinking. Okay, every engineering field have their own problems, and every problems need their solution. So what is special of the engineers are, they are the person who refers to. They detect the problem, they find a solution, they do the critical thinking and whatsoever, and make a decision to make sure the outcome will be better. Next, integration of disciplines. Okay, as a humans, we need each other to complete. And also, the engineers need each other in their project. Okay, for example, if you work in mechanical engineers, you need the product. Okay, the products arranged by the IE, industrial engineers, and before the product come to the IE, they inspect by the chemical engineers. So this is just the example that they need to collapse in every project to make a good product or good outcome or good project. Just now, I just said about collaboration. So next similarities of this engineering is teamwork and communication. When they collab, they need to work in team. When they work in team, they need teamwork. So they implement feedback and coordinate with each other in their project. Okay, strong written and verbal communication skills are necessary to convey highly technical information effectively, whether for the team members, for the clients, or even for the public. Next is modeling and simulation. So in every engineering field, you need to model and you need to simulate. As example, in industrial engineering, you have the work line simulation, and in electrical engineering, you have circuit simulation, and also in mechanical engineering, you have the machine prototype. So it's not what they are doing, what they are testing. It's about the principle. It's always use modeling and simulation. Last but not least, innovation and creativity. So every engineers in every fields share the same passion, which is they make the innovation and renovation. They want to make sure that their projects or what they are doing works better in the future. And they want also to make improvement from time to time. Based on this, we can see that engineering have a lot in common, have a lot of similarities, no discrimination at all. Engineering is one of the most important elements in the world. So engineering is not a necessity, but an obligation. Now, I will tell you about specialties in industrial engineering. First of all, supply chain and logistics. Okay, this you cannot learn in any other engineering fields. Okay, you learn from the inside, which is you focus on efficiency, on data management, and to make the better flow for the goods or info for the customers. Secondly, the manufacturing system. So in IE, we're gonna learn about manufacturing system. As an IE, they need to design and improve. Okay, example, IE design the production line. They do the simulation. They see if the production line fit for the system or not. And they do the automation and they decide how the factory system gonna work. That's job as an IE. Next week we learn about process improvement. So IE will use a systematic approach by eliminating the waste to improve the efficiency, to boost the efficiency. Okay, waste is the thing or factor that gonna affect our production. By using this approach, it will maximize the customer value and fostering a continuous improvement. From the efficiency, from the waste management, from the good flow of system, we directly will have the financial management. So we reduce the cost, reduce the risk, and this is a benefit of IE in a production. Lastly, we take human factors and ergonomics as a priority. Just now I said, we create the production line. We will see if the production line fit with the workers to work there. So human factors is one of the important things to be considered to maximize the quality of production.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So I'm going to present you the case study. The first case study is in Malaysia in Hospital Sultan Abdul Halim in Sungai Petani, Kedah. So the methodology taken by the hospital management is using the Lean Six Sigma 6. The first is the standard prescription, new prescription requiring intervention with doctors, refill prescription at counter, refill prescription via added values. And the analysis is using the fishbone diagram, which is one major practices in Lean Six Sigma of industrial engineering. So the result is quite shocking, which is from 65% to 80% performance improvement. And the waste reduction is from 29 to 17, and total times taken also having good results, which is from 302 minutes, 302 minutes to 220 minutes. Okay, now this is the second case study, which is lean management in the world banking industry. This study is conducted in Serbia banks in University of Novi Sad by Department of Industrial Engineering itself. So the methodology is using BMII, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. The key tool is to use value stream mapping to identify three types of activities: value added, non-value added, and business non-added. So from there, the result is show positive improvement, which is lead time reduced by 50%, waiting time reduced by 49%, and staff efficiency. The employees needed to handle the workload decreased by 64%, which is from 3.7 to 1.3. So from there, we see the industrial engineering can be used in other, including banking. Okay, for the third case study is lean management in healthcare, but the difference is this time not inside our country but from Sweden, which is in Astrid Lindgren Children's Hospital. So the method is they are using apply lean inspired from industrial engineering studies to change the improve patient flow in the pediatric. In the ambulance and emergency departments, the key lead principle adopted to standardizing works, reducing ambiguity, connecting intermittent staff, creating in uninterrupted flow, and empowering staff to identify the solve process problem. So the result is still giving a good results. The proportion patient discharged from pediatric within 4 hours increased about 67% to 80%. That's roughly around 19% relative improvement. And the average waiting times from triage first physician consultation decreased from 67 minutes to 51 minutes, roughly around 16 minutes. So this improvement is not one times using Lean's principle, but this activities is conducted for over a long period, which is 2 years. And from there, we can see these industrial engineering practices can be used in other fields, not only industrial or factories, but also healthcare industry. So for the conclusion is, industrial engineering is true engineering, as by mentioned by my friends, and it also stand shoulder to shoulder to other engineering, just like mechanical, civil, electrical, and other engineering that we know. And industrial engineering itself has its own specialties compared to the other in this engineering. And from myself, I give you example that industrial engineering can be used practices in other fields like hospital, banks, and in our country itself, healthcare in pharmacy in Sultan Abdul Halim Hospital. So, industrial engineering is a true engineering, and we must acknowledge these facts. Thank you.